Hey everyone, TimaeuSS here, and welcome to another Honkai Star Rail video. So Blade's character preview has just dropped from the official Honkai Star Rail account on HoYoverse. So let's take a look, and he has changed a bit in comparison to his closed beta test version. So this is Blade, of course, swordsman who abandoned his body to become a Blade. I'll do maybe a bit of a background story video for Blade. Let me know if you're interested, because actually a lot of things are lost in translation in comparison to, of course, the CN version, where they actually have a lot about Blade and his background story kind of fleshed out, but we are missing that component in the English version. So let me know if you're interested. Anyhow, let's take a look at Blade's skill. So we'll go through the traces in a bit, but let's take a look at the basic attack. This is the basic attack without the enhanced version. And what I mean about enhanced version is this: Forest of the Swords. It consumes Blade's HP and dealing wind damage to a single enemy and adjacent targets based on his attack and max HP. So if I remember correctly, this scales more with max HP rather than attack. So Blade is primarily going to be a HP scaling unit, although attack does play a bit of a role. If Blade's HP is insufficient, then HP will be reduced to 1, so he won't die from using the skill. And when the Forest of Blade is in use, you cannot regenerate skill points. But don't worry, Blade is a pretty skill point neutral unit. Look at the talent. When Blade sustains that damage or uses his HP, and of course he uses HP when using the enhanced basic attack, he gains 1 stack of charge, lasting for a certain number of turns, and maximum 1 charge stack can be gained every time he is attacked. And when the charge reaches maximum, immediately follows up with an attack that attacks all enemies and dealing wind damage based on Blade's own attack and max HP again. And also this time restores HP by a certain amount, so kind of like a pseudo lifesteal. And after the follow-up attack, all charges are consumed. So kind of the gist of things is Blade will revolve around using the enhanced base attack, and when he takes damage and consumes his own HP, he will be then using an AoE attack by consuming his charges, and he'll heal himself as well. So how do you use your enhanced attack? It's basically from the skill. He consumes his own HP and enters the hellscape state. And you cannot use any skills when you're in the state. Lasts for a certain number of turns, and your basic attack is now turned into the Forest of Swords, which is the enhanced basic attack. If Blade's current HP is insufficient, HP will be reduced to 1 when he uses skill. So it doesn't die from his enhanced basic attack or his own skill. He'll lock himself. And this skill does not generate energy, and using this skill does not end the current turn. So basically you can go again, make sure you get an attack off at least. Now, the ultimate from Blade will set his current HP to 50%. So you go to 50% of your max HP. It's kind of like a heal. And deal wind damage to a single enemy and adjacent enemy based on attack, max HP, and HP lost in current battle. You can see why HP is such a better scaling value versus attack. And it's interesting because we had Locha, who is an attack scaling healer, into Blade, who is HP scaling attacker. The total HP Blade has lost in current battle is capped at 90% of the max HP. So of course, this just makes sure that you know, there's no shenanigans that you can do if you essentially prolong the battle for so long that your lost HP because of the heal goes infinite technically, right? But it's capped, so that's good. And so that's Blade's skill. Let's take a look at the traces. When Blade's current HP is equal or less than a certain percentage, so this is incoming healing increase from all sources including his own, so his quote-unquote pseudo lifesteal will be offering that increased healing from this trace. If second trace is that if Blade hits a weakness broken enemy after using Force of Swords, to restore a percentage of HP. So this is a bit more sustained coming out if the enemy is weakness broken, which is fantastic. You know, because Blade will be consuming a lot of his own HP to deal damage, so this is great. And lastly, damage dealt by talent's follow-up attack increases. So this is from this talent, right? When your stack, your charge is maxed, then you will do the follow-up attack. So that's what this is about. Now, Trace upgrade mats. There's a new mats for Ascension as well as Trace, so it's going to be difficult to pre-farm because we have new materials. But the other ones, you can see the Harmony and the Blade, of course, shortened Blade. But there are new mats that will be available when version 1.2 drops, so you can't really pre-farm. Now, looking at the Blade's Lycon, it does look pretty sick. It does look pretty sick. So, ooh, can I zoom in? Yes, I can. So this is the unreachable side, right? This is from Blade Lycon ability. Super Imposition 1 increases the crit rate and the max HP by 18%. So if you remember Sele's Lycon and why it was, one of the reasons why it was so good is because it offered a huge crit rate boost. And this is another massive crit rate boost. 18% is nothing to scoff at. This is Super Imposition 1. So I wonder if this will also be increased. If this goes up to, let's say, 20, so let's say 2% per level, so it goes up to 28% of crit rate and max HP. That's an insane statistic just from this alone. And after the wearer's attack or consumes their own HP, so basically Blade's kit, increase the damage by a 24% boost. So this is really good. This is a really good Lycon, and I'm very interested to see how big the increase will go after each Super Imposition. But Blade has all of the essentially stat he needs from this Lycon, and it really comes down to the multiplier and how strong Blade will be as kind of a sustained unit, because he's definitely got some solo potential with everything in his kit going on, because not only does he bring his HP low, he also life steals off of his skill kit, right? So he can, if strong enough, he can essentially just scale off of his own max HP and heal to keep going with the sustain. And that's essentially what they say about him in the character overview, with how his kit works by consuming his own HP and healing and following up with the attack. So let me know your thoughts. Don't forget, there's also new gear sets in the new version 1.2, which will suit Blade a bit better. I think there's 2 new gear sets, and one of them looks like it's for Blade. So very interesting to see how his kit is going to perform. Of course, end game is Memory Chaos, where speed and damage matters a bit more. So a bit more sustain coming out from Blade. It will be interesting to see how he is going to fare. So anyhow, it's TimaeuSS here, and let me know your thoughts on this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye now.